Well, hello everybody. Right, this is a story about how I ended up with Wattbike Atom X. Um, you may be looking for a new replacement for your turbo bike setup, and you may want to know a little bit of it. And this is the story of how why I ended up to buy one, what else I considered at the time of buying a year ago, and why I changed overall. And then I do a little bit of what's annoying about it, what's good about it, and would I now actually go and buy it again? So stay tuned right till the end, and I will give you all the good, bad, and the ugly that I have experienced with this one over the last year. So. Right, a little bit of a background as why I ended up with this one. So long story short, I used to have two turbos here, one for myself and one for my missus, two bikes. But because lockdown came, we got a dog and life moves on, my missus didn't really cycle that much anymore, so we decided to get rid of one of the turbos. And then very soon we discovered that actually changing bike on a turbo is even more faff. So we started then looking at that what kind of smart bikes are out there, and very soon we found out that there isn't actually many on the market. So what I was considering at the time was Wahoo Kicker, and that was the V1 version at the time. Unfortunately, a year ago when I started, well, around 18 months ago actually, when the journey started, the V1 had just been made obsolete, and there was V2 had come up, and there was some very minor changes to that, and it was kind of the delivery times were long, and I couldn't quite justify the price of the new product either, even though I had tested the V1 multiple times in my local bike shop and I absolutely loved it. I couldn't really find one in a price category that I would have liked to have. Yes. So, and then the second thing, second bike that I considered was the Tax Neo, and whilst it got really good reviews, like all of these bikes, actually. There wasn't anything that you could actually see, and all the pictures that I saw and all the reviews on YouTube that I saw, I just couldn't fall in love with it. Kind of, I thought originally that if I stare it long and hard enough, I may learn how to like the shape and so on, but I couldn't really. And then there was natural choice was contact Wattbike, and that led to a, I would say, quite interesting journey. So they have customer service in the UK, which was almost a must to me, and stock in the UK as well, which was definitely kind of a, now looking back, I think it was must, because if something goes wrong, the replacement, servicing, everything is so much easier. It is just a lot easier for me. But yeah, so I contacted Wattbike via chat online, and I got a phone call back from them, and they explained me everything about Wattbike. That was what I mean was the Wattbike Atom, not the Atom X. That was, and whilst I was almost ready to order, I couldn't do it because the Atom has slight differences compared to this one, and that is the adjustability. Because what we wanted was complete versatile, that me and my missus, we are different heights, so I'm 194 centimeters tall, 100 kilos. She's not. So she's a lot smaller than me. So we needed to have something that we can easily adjust. and since the Wattbike Atom only had a option to adjust saddle reach and handlebar reach using Allen key, it wasn't the right option either as such. But at the time, Wattbike had Atom X Is in as a refurbished models. And when I was chatting with them and speaking over the phone to the guys at Wattbike, I always got a warm feeling, like they are not push selling you anything. They just tell you exactly what you want to see, what you want to say, what the bike is basically. There was no like push selling involved in any time, and hence I was really impressed, with all honesty, with that. So I ended up buying a refurbished one. So coming up, I would say to you that couple of things that I don't like, and then some things that I like, and then is there any, according to myself, that would be a deal breaker. So the first thing that I would say, that what I think they could do better is the what is called the saddle height adjustment and the handlebar height adjustment. It's a lever, and for me, if I don't want the bike to creak, and we all know that creaking bike can drive a man mad, I need to adjust it as tight as I humanly can, which means that even I can't sometimes undo it. And if my missus wants to jump on it, I need to do it for her. And if sometimes it's you go to work, you're late from a train or whatever, you forget, there is no way my missus could get that one undone without my help. And that's one of these things that it's not a deal breaker by any means if you're a lighter rider, and if you don't mind if a few creaks, and yours might not creak. I thought that I can take the saddle seat post out, but that does not seem to be the option. And why I wanted to do that was obviously maybe put a bit of grease on it, and that solves the problem. But that's not the case. And the same thing is with handlebar as well. However, is it a deal breaker? No, not at all. Not at all. It works once it's set up. It works, and it's not. I have just learned how to live with it. But then we come to another which might be a deal breaker to somebody, and might not. I've spoken to my friends about it. Is that saddle height can only be reached by 1 centimeter increments, because it has like a railing system. And usually when I mention this one, people go, "Ooh, but I'm half." I wouldn't be worried about any of that, because you have so much adjustability around it that the half a centimeter difference, you will find yourself comfortable position overall. So that's not, but it's just something to be aware of, because I couldn't, I wasn't aware of it at the time. And overall, I mean, these levers, they all work fine, absolutely fine, but you need to really tighten them up to stop things creaking, because you can't take anything off of it. It is just, you can adjust it, but you can't take anything off, and that's how it is. I think it's a good thing as well at the same time, overall. The next thing I would say, just to be aware of, is the screen. So yeah, this bad boy over there. Let's tell you straight away one thing that I think Wattbike should have considered, is that you can only adjust it like that. So not a lot at all. And why is that important? You can see I have a TV behind me, and if I want to sit on the sofa and just watch TV, the tablet itself is only on the way. So that's one of the things that I think that is the biggest thing that I would say that missed opportunity there. But again, I bought it partially because I also like to see my data. Even funny enough, I don't really train, but this tablet also has a workouts, quick ride. That's what I use 99.9% of the time. You can do various climbs. You can have interval builder built in. You have your training plans, and you can do your tests as well to see how much power you have. so everything is in here what you need. It is touchscreen, and that's one of the quirks, I would say, about the touchscreen. If you throw a towel, for example, if you're training wrong, you are on a race and you have sweaty face, you wipe it off on a towel and you throw it right back here. You may find yourself that you have also changed the gear, which is quite annoying if you are going uphill and you are on the limit anyway. Has happened to me a couple of times. Again, it's not a deal breaker. Once you get to know it, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. But I think overall, while the tablet is excellent, and I love seeing, because you have all the Wattbike data on it, like left and right and power and all cadence and heart rate and all the rest of it. I think for longevity, for the bike, I think the bike will outlive whatever this Android tablet can do, and I hope maybe in the future the Wattbike can swap just the tablet over when the time comes. I hope it doesn't come anywhere anytime soon. Overall, the bike has a 170mm cranks, which is exactly the same as I use on my time trial bike and on my road bike. And so it was just perfect. I know that some other smart bikes have a adjustable, so you can have whichever is your crank length. You will find it, but luckily I didn't need to. It came fully fitted with mountain bike clips and a Lucia pedals, and that's what I have used overall. So easy peasy for me, and overall. And I think the last thing that I would mention is the saddle. I was absolutely sure that I'm going to change the saddle over. This is the race saddle that my Wattbike came with, and with all honesty too, I like it. I have different saddles on my road bike and my TT bike, obviously, and I thought that, yeah, I need to change this one over, but I haven't had any need to do that. And I've done Festive 500 on this one, so I put plenty of pain through the bike and so on. So yeah, so it's obviously personal preferences, but it has worked for me, and it's squidgy enough and supportive enough for me. So that's it overall from what I can say. The bike comes with two bottle gauges, and that's it. So it is literally easy. It came fully set up. It was delivered by a Wattbike themselves. They showed what the tablet can do. Overall, they set it up for me. We're connected to Wi-Fi and all the rest of it. It was absolutely 5-star service from that perspective. And I have now, I think I'm now just over a year into its usage, and I can probably recall 1 or 2 times when I have had connectivity issues, and by that I mean it has always connected to my tablet, and I ride on Ruby mainly, but the screen hasn't worked, so the data goes through, but that's, I would say that I've just restarted it and it works fine. Therefore, I would say it's never let me down in any shape or form. And last but not least, I think you may wonder, how loud is it? It's not loud at all. It has an oddly kind of like a whining noise. and it's not loud at all. It's a lot quieter than my turbo and bike combo ever was, even though that wasn't loud at the first place, or in the first place, and so on, and the gears, everything work brilliantly, and I'll show you where the buttons are as well. So yeah, so you have buttons at the top, which you can do various things, and then you have a gear change buttons over here, and then you have screen changing buttons over here, which goes through various screens. So I'm not going to go into what the screen can do, because I think Wattbike itself have done a brilliant video, and I'll put the link on the description below overall. And that's it, really. It's a complete package that you get from the Wattbike. So yeah, what's my verdict of it? Obviously, I think it came across already that I absolutely love this thing. It is just what I wanted, and the only thing that I would say is that I wish I would have bought it earlier than I actually did. I think it's a bloody marvelous piece of kit. It's quiet, it's just easy to use, it's comfortable overall, at least for me, because of the crank legs and everything else is there, and it just works, and I love the way it looks. I really love the way it looks. So I think Wattbike currently has those ones for sale under their reconditioned Wattbike, so go and check them out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.